Hey everybody, Kat here. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. It is early Sunday morning here in southern Ontario. Hot and steamy day, but don't worry. Don't worry, it's nothing nefarious. It's called summer. We're gonna be just fine. But I really have to talk about King Charles today, yeah? Yeah? And I'm not going to be talking about the pictures we saw of Camilla on a yacht and go on and on about, oh, they're such hypocrites and telling us not to do this or that, but Camilla's on a yacht, and we saw pictures of William and Kate on another yacht, and no, it's beyond that now. And part of the reason is because people don't have the basics. They see that and get mad and, oh yeah, the royals. But they don't understand the genesis of the situation. And something I've mentioned time and time and time again, and it's time to bring it up again. One thing you have to understand about what you're hearing: climate change, save the earth, solar energy, electric cars, heat pumps, all of the things that impose restrictions on your life. And we say, oh, the World Economic Forum, the bad guys. And oh, geez, isn't it terrible? It looks like Charles is so weak, he's just being manipulated by these guys and going along with it. But, William's gonna come along and save the day. That's how much a delusion you're living under, and I have tried many, many times to break that spell, and we're gonna do it again today. Number one fact you need to understand is that then Prince Charles, along with a couple of his elitist buddies, Václav Havel and Klaus Schwab, he established the World Economic Forum. It's Charles' creation. It's Charles's vision. A population living under controlled feudalism, subject to the laws made by the few that imprison the many. And it's the few at the top, the elites, that benefit from all of this. They don't have any of these restrictions. Charles is not just been brought along on the coattails of the thing and didn't know what he was getting into. Charles just didn't one day become convinced that this is the way to go. It's not even the case of Charles being a weak king and the government's doing what it's doing and he's just going along with it because he doesn't have anything better to say. No. No, the World Economic Forum and its demands on the public are purely by elitist designs. 3 guys in a room thought this up. Charles is right on board with Agenda 2030. You know who else is? William. Yeah. Gonna end homelessness. Gonna, all the... His He's done speeches. Even at the Queen's Jubilee, he took the opportunity to do a speech on climate change and the need for us to act in ways to save the planet. It's not about saving the planet, it's about restricting your rights and your movements. All of it. All of it. And I tell you, it's alive and well here in Canada. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a bit of a situation here in our maritime provinces. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland and Labrador, on the premise of forest fires, which now, every opportunity they get, oh gosh, I've got a hair in my eye, hang on. Every opportunity they get, they blame everything on climate change, and that's why we need carbon tax and this, it's in EVs and all of the things, right? They parrot them off. Well, now, okay, so we've been told all this time that climate change is causing all the forest fires. Yet it started in Nova Scotia. The Premier of Nova Scotia, who's a conservative, I mean, some people will say, oh, you'd expect this from a Liberal, but it's one big uniparty up here now. There's no such thing as democracy alive and well in Canada, in my opinion. The Premier of Nova Scotia came out a few days ago and put a ban on hiking in the woods, even on, walking trails, biking in the woods, fishing. Fishing somehow is going to impact the forest fires. Fishing. Camping. Anything. Don't go for a walk in the woods today or you might get a fine up to $25,000 in Nova Scotia. That's right. This guy did it. He went to the forestry guy. He says, look, I'm going to go for a walk. You can come. You can ticket me. But I'm going to film the whole thing. And he did. Well, not only did he get a $25,000 fine for about 3 minutes a foot into a stand of trees, they added taxes onto the fine and some kind of weird victim impact charge. So his total bill is upwards of $28,000, which of course he's going to challenge in court. Now here's the silly thing about all this crap. We had a Supreme Court decision regarding Trudeau's overreach during the whole Corona thing, right? And the court proved that everything was unconstitutional. Yet the Premier of Nova Scotia gonna give you a fine, $25,000, even if you have a stand of trees on your own property. Let's say you own 5 acres out in the country, or a half an acre, just a big yard. Let's say you've got some trees and you've got a creek running through. If you are caught on your own land hugging a tree or catching a fish, $25,000 on your own land. Now it's really interesting how they phrase it in the press. We're suggesting that you do not do this. We're advising. We're not forcing you. It's not a climate lockdown. It's not a climate lockdown. You can call it whatever you want. And Nova Scotia's not the only one. In the last couple of days, we've had the other maritime provinces join suit. New Brunswick, which you get out of Moncton and it's all rivers and rural. They won't be able to go outside. Unbelievable. And there's snitch lines, too. If you see anybody outside in the woods, walking or biking or fishing or hugging a tree, call us anonymously. Yeah. It is the wildest crap you can imagine. And I've been on X and people are saying, oh, it's coming, it's coming. And I've responded to one today and I say, it's not coming, it's here. And that's what urged me that, shit, maybe I better say something. Because a lot of people don't get it yet. The World Economic... And Newfoundland and Labrador, they've joined in now too. Now I have a little something to say about this. Forest fires. Oh, just get bent. Have you ever been to Newfoundland and Labrador? I have. I lived in Newfoundland for over 5 years. Half the friggin' year the place is covered in snow. The rest of the time it's bloody raining. It's an island in the middle of the friggin' Atlantic. It's a rock. It's nicknamed the Granite Planet because it's rock. The only thing that grows there is scrub pine. You don't see a tree over 4 feet tall because it's rock. To get from Port aux Basques on the west coast of Newfoundland to St. John's on the Avalon Peninsula on the east coast, you have to go up and around one highway around the island. There's no highway across the island. No, it's like 12 hours of traveling. Central Newfoundland is nothing but rock. And some of that scrub pine. The whole thing could burn to shit and nobody would notice. There is no excuse for bans on walking in the woods, hiking in the woods, riding your bike in the woods, paddleboarding. Paddleboarding is also, you can know, oh my God, don't go out on the lake, you might die. Forest fires. And there's even something more absurd than all of this underlying it. All this time, for years, they've been blaming global warming on forest fires and backyard fires and fire pits and chimneys and fireplaces. Global warming. Forest fires, global warming. Well, now, they've kind of tied themselves in a bit of a knot here as far as I'm concerned, because if you're calling forest fires global warming, why are you not allowing humans to go for a walk? Now you're blaming humans for the fires. Which is it? You can't have both. Tell you what, it's neither. It's shitty forestry management. They don't clear brush. They do not take care of the forests. That's why you're getting a lot of the forest fires. Now, a little bit of scuttlebutt here, and I did hear something interesting. I don't know if it's true. I'm going to look at it a little bit more, but seems to be northern Nova Scotia has an awful lot of uranium, and there's been a ban on mining uranium since like the 80s. but somehow slipped in without any of us noticing. Back in late March, early April of this year, just a couple of months ago, that ban was lifted. And don't you know, these secret mines just kind of happen to be in the area, the woodsy area that they don't want you to go in. Could it be, are they hiding something? Quite possibly. I mean, the way things are up here in Canada, you can't trust anything you see or hear. So that could be part of it. But I do believe, I mean, the other province is following suit, and we'll see who else comes on board. I betcha. I don't want to say it. But yeah, Agenda 2030, climate put forth through directives from the World Economic Forum, of which King Charles is the founding member. This is his gig. This is his vision. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy time. I want to know what you think about all of this. Leave me a comment. Like, subscribe, and do hit your notification button, because I want to tell you right now, I am working on a series that's going to be very, very interesting, and it's going to be out before the end of the month, and you're going to want to hear about it. You're going to want to watch it. So make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are on. And as we get closer to the time I'm releasing it, I will give you more and more little notifications about what's coming, what's next. So, like, subscribe. If you want to leave me a tip, the link to Ko-fi is in there. Would love to see you on Ko-fi. And have a great day. See you next time. Bye for now.